and I think this is the best time that Raksha campus was able to pick, and service is going to help a lot and contribute a lot, not only in terms of introducing initiatives which are there at the Raksha campus, but also educating community and spreading awareness across. So it's a great service, and really very grateful to management for make part of this drive. I'll be taking through some very interesting experiences in learning, and I think this is time. Let's move further, and without any ado or any delay, I'll be starting my presentation. All right, so before further, I'll introduce myself, and I will also introduce some of the dynamics for today's session. My name is Muhammad Afzal, and I am associated with the city school after around 10 years, and I am currently a Cambridge graduate. I'm leader in teaching and learning, and certified instructional designer in e-learning. My journey with the city school can very easily be described with says like, do not just go through life, but grow through life. So city school has helped me a lot in growing myself. But the rest of the colleagues there to support me, basically assisting me, and helping me in terms of switching different platforms, collecting feedback, collecting questions, and if there are any queries, so they are to help me. There are few you can say forms which we all going to follow. We are going to do the interesting activities. And, I would want all of you to participate during these activities. If there are any questions, you may post your question in the chat box. The questions will straight away come to me, and then I'll be able to answer those questions. We'll also give you opportunities to speak and say few things about whenever the feedback is required. So please do participate. I believe it's going to be your participation which is going to help me to make this session a good experience for all of us. If there is any technical, any issues which you are facing, do let us know by writing in the chat box, so we can make it comfortable and a better experience for all of you. So moving further, and today's presentation is going to be on a very interesting topic, which is be cool
Excuse
with
me, sir.
online presentation tool. Yes, please. Yes, please.
Your voice is not clear. It's
Okay.
continuously doubling.
Right. Thank you so very much. My IT team is going to fix it, and then I'll continue from here. Thank you very much for your feedback. Just give us a minute to fix it up.
Perfect. कार्ड निकालो फ्रेंड्स.
Okay, just a quick check. How is it now? Okay, so I guess now things are better. Okay. Right. So let's move further. And if you still find any difficulty, if you still are unable to hear the audio properly, do give your responses in chat box so that we can fix it, and then we're going to move further. As in the introductory video, you were able to hear many interesting things about technology integration, and the way new norms are actually making technology as a sort of important and inevitable part of our life and day-to-day experiences. Since very beginning, my own experience with technology has been really, really very good, and I've come across with a kind of 2 decades of working in education technology, and I'm a strong advocate and a believer of spending not a life which is only for technology, rather than using technology for life. So I always say this idea, share this with my colleagues as well, that we need to think about that: are we spending a life for technology, or are we using technology for our life? And this has been a motive behind my journey in education technology, in exploring different applications and mediums. I'll try to share some of the interesting experience in terms of developing and designing online presentations, and why I've selected this topic. I'll also share the significance of this topic with you. But I'm sure as we move further, you are going to feel the experience of using technology for life, and using technology in a friendly way, and modeling technology not for yourself but also for your children and for your colleagues. Before we move any further, I always start my session with a very quick check on how you are feeling today, and I'll tell you why I do so. But here I want you to cast a vote, and my colleagues are going to share a web URL, which is very simple. I want you to click on that URL, go there, and write how you are feeling today. And your success is that you will be selecting keywords from this visual only. So you may write, "I'm feeling," in one word: confused, happy, I'm feeling excited, proud, sad, afraid, lost, sleepy, hungry, tired, or any emotion. I want you to pick any one of these emotions and write in that text form. So I hope the link is now with you, and you all can go there and can post your response in one word. So you're supposed to write sad, happy, confused, afraid, excited, or anything like this, because we want to know that how you are feeling today. I give you 20 seconds to do so. Are we all good to go? Yes, great. So the moment you have done it, all the participants, may I request them, after posting their response, they may come back and just raise their hand from the top menu. Raise the hand if you have posted your response on that poll about how you are feeling today. That's wonderful. So Hail, thank you so very much. And Uzma Khulud has also posted wonderful. So and that's a very good response. Ayat, great. Naveed Ahmed, Ayman, that's so wonderful. Shahir. So I'm getting good responses, and I'll show you what's the general temperature today and how you are overall feeling. So it's going to be really interesting to know how my participants are feeling today. So I'm getting responses. All right, so I could see number of hands being raised, but very few responses in that particular window. So please be quick and responses so that we may move further. So I think most of you are writing in the chat box. That's fine. It's okay. Thank you, Daniel. Thank you, Anna, Usma, Mubin, Fatima, posting your responses. Okay, so what in common, what in general, as in response I'm receiving, most of you have posted that they are feeling either excited and they are happy to join this session, which is quite an interesting beginning for this particular presentation. All right, I'll be again putting up a request to keep your mics on a mute situation so that we all are able to understand and listen to the audio in a proper way. So thank you very much for being very cooperative and giving a very good start to this presentation. So you may lower down your hands and I'll keep on bothering you. I'll keep on involving you by asking you to raise your hand in a certain situation and then lowering them down. So thank you so very much. Now, please, you can lower down your hands. So as most of us are excited, as most of us are happy today, and it's always pretty interesting and it's always useful to know the well-being of your learners, the well-being of your family members, the well-being of your colleagues, and particularly when we are working online, we have made sure that in our e-learning system, we have embedded a sort of culture where we are always conscious about students' well-being, we're conscious about parents' well-being, we're conscious about teachers' well-being. And we are very strong believers that before addressing the brains, we should be able to address the heart. If they are emotionally connected, if they are motivated to learn something, then they can only become part of a learning process which is exciting, which is happy, which is full of energy. So wherever you are, whether you and in whichever situation you are, may you be a parent, may you be a teacher or a student, you need to value emotions, you need to value the feelings from the very beginning, and that's what's going to separate you from being just a computer robotic teacher or computer robotic mechanism to a human touch. So this is always a good start to have, and thank you very much for responding. So we are going to move further. Here I'm going to speak about a very common myth, which is I don't know coming from which literature, but I've commonly seen stating and talking about things or a perception which they have developed by themselves. And that perception says that maybe technology or online learning is not very effective and not very useful. Many of our colleagues and I myself, we explored the answers to this question in a logical way, and then we were able to go through many studies, many researches across the world, and now even in Pakistan too. We sorted out many different scenarios. We did a sort of meta-analysis as well, and then we made use of the published literature across and the researches, and every paper, every scientific research or qualitative or quantitative research would return something very interesting, which says that if e-learning or online learning is handled effectively and purposefully, then it's not going to, it is actually going to help a lot in terms of developing students' cognitive abilities, students' learning, and it always promote huge amount of learning. And it's just a myth that online learning is not as effective as face-to-face learning. If online learning is handled well, by all the stakeholders, which include school, teachers, student, and parents, then the benefits are going to be really, really useful. And I think the series of these workshops, which are organized by the City School, the Raksha campus, is actually a brilliant effort in terms of bringing all the stakeholders on one page, not only by giving them information, but also equipping them by using technology and developing skill. And I think that's going to help all of us a lot in near future and in coming future as well. Once again, I congratulate the entire team, and I'm moving further. My belief says that technology and tools, they offer such opportunities, whether you are at school or you are with your friends or you are at home. There are ample and plenty of opportunities where your children, you yourself, and your colleagues can involve themselves in investigation, collaboration, sharing, learning with each other, doing practice multiple times, and then producing effective learning, which is really effective. And one of the common way of learning, which is seen, which is visible, is to develop presentations and then share these presentations with your colleagues and teachers at school as well. So our basic agenda for today is around this notion that we are going to explore, we are going to experience as well how schools are educating children and providing them opportunities and experiences where they are explore the learning, investigate, and collaborate in a meaningful way. What tools students are using, and as parents, what opportunities I have to extend the learning and extend the boundaries of learning from school to my home and become partner in the same drive. So you will be, as a parent, you are going to experience hands-on what schools are doing on e-learning platforms and an e-learning platforms and portals. You are going to experience all of them or some of them today with great depth and experience. And what are some of the benefits which we are also explore? We'll also look into this aspect, like how we can choose the best applications. We all know there are hundreds and thousands of online applications available, specifically if we talk about presentation designing, but we are certainly going to explore the ones which are very commonly used, which are effective, which are available everywhere, whether you are using a tablet, a PC, a Chromebook, or a Mac PC, or mobile phone in a simple situation. So we are going to hands-on work on in a practical basis on these applications, and then we'll see how to make good use of it. So up till now, I've shared the agenda for today's meeting, today's session, and I am going to introduce one very simple activity. This activity is for all of us, all the 80, the 60, 70 participants who are available online. We all are going to participate in this activity. So just a quick check. You can hear me well and you can see the presentation. Just raise your hand from the top menu. Raise your hand if you can hear me well, and I think everything is all right. That's thank you so very much, Misha and Filsa, Najib. Thank you. Okay, great. Now please lower down your hand. Thank you so very much. Okay, I am going to now conduct a very simple activity. An activity name is Let's Rock, and I'm going to, yes, I'm going to involve all of you. And if you want to, you can also open your cameras for a while. So if you can open your cameras for a while, and we'll be able to see you. We're going to do a small activity. An activity name is Do You Rock? I'll explain you the rules of this activity as we move further. But if you want to participate, if you want to interact with the colleagues who are online, please turn on your cameras. Do not unmute your mics as yet, but you can turn on your cameras. So if you are interested, you can turn on your cameras and we can unshare our presentation for a while to see some of you are online. Okay, but I cannot still see any one of you turning on cameras. Perhaps some of you are still not very comfortable to turn on the cameras, but we are going to conduct this activity with all of you. Activity name is Let's Rock. And I want you to guess something. Before we move further, I am going to send a private message to one of you who are in this attendees list. I hope all of you can see the attendees list at least. And I'm going to share a private message to a random participant who is in this training session. And I want rest of the colleagues to guess who is that person who has received that message. I'm repeating my instruction. I'm going to send a private message to a random participant of my own choice. And the message is going to be, do you rock? That's going to be the message. And you may see your chat boxes or WhatsApp chat if you are online. And I want you to guess who might have received that message. You can write in the chat box, you can just guess. If you have not received that message, this means somebody else have received that message. And now I want you to guess and then give me your response either in the chat box, or you can unmute your mic for a while and send me your voice note or your simple audio by saying, you may say like probably Isaac Isaac has received that message, or probably Arman has received that message. So the message I'm sending, and I've sent it now. It's gone to a participant in private chat. If you have not received it, it means it's gone to somebody else. And I want you to guess who might have received this message. You have got 20 seconds to guess and send us your response in chat box or by unmuting your mic and stating in your voice. Is that okay? All right, so please start posting your responses. If you have not received that message, somebody else have received it. Just make a wild guess who has received this you rock message. So you're writing not received. I want you to guess the name of the person who might have received that message. Just a wild guess. Just a wild guess. Interesting. So I've started receiving messages. That's good. Wonderful. Wonderful. Yes, come on. Keep on posting.
Assalamu alaikum, sir.
Walaikum salam.
Sir, actually, I'm using the tablet and I don't know where the chat box is. Actually,
so you can just verbally, yes, you can verbally say, like, who might have received that message? Do you rock? Who might have received? If you did not receive it, then who might have received that message?
Anybody from
just take a wild guess. Come on.
Right. I would say that Muhammad Saleh.
Muhammad Saleh. Okay. If Saleh is listening, Saleh can respond us back either in chat box or by audio. Saleh, have you received any message from my side or not? Interesting. Some of you are able to make a very kind of close and very quick correct guess. And I think it's time now I can reveal the name of a person who actually has received that secret message. There are 4 participants, and I'm going to name them, who were actually able to make the correct guess, which is really correct. And what are the names? Mohsin, Bilal Ahmed, Zara, and right. So these 3 participants, these 3 colleagues online, they made a very quick and correct guess, and they posted like Anila might have received that message. And yes, so Anila, do you really rock?
Yes, I do.
Thank you so very much. So yes, we during this activity we came to the bottom of our list and we made very quick guesses. Yes, Anila, you rock today, and above all, yes, Daraksha campus, you always rock. So thank you so very much for participating in this exercise, and now we are going to move further. Right. Thank you so very much for posting your responses. And I'll be needing this kind of response from all of you throughout the session so that we all remain connected, we all remain happy, excited, and we all learn from each other. So don't shy. And I must appreciate those who were able to post and those who were able to share their responses verbally. That's really is brilliant, all of you. Okay, now I have a quick poll for all of you. My colleague is going to post a link in the chat box and they will be pasting this link several times. And I want you to quickly go through this survey form. And this survey form is actually going to help all of us to learn which device you generally use at home. And why it is important, I tell you honestly, we all use variety of devices at home. Like one of our colleagues just mentioned that she is using a tablet online. And some of us, we use laptops. Some of us use mobile phones more frequently than any other computing device. Some of us might be using personal computers. And I know many people who use MacBook and Chromebook at the same time. And then we use variety of internet connecting devices like Chargy, Zong devices, or any other such portable device. And some of us, we use cable-based PTCL internet connection. We want to know which hardware device you frequently use at home. That's going to help us to build the pace of the learning as well as share with you tips, tricks, and tools which are supportive for all these types of devices. Meanwhile, while I'm talking, my colleagues have already posted this form, the link of this form in the chat box. So go to that chat box. It's very quick and just quickly, if you are using more than one devices like tablets, laptop, mobile phones, you can check all these three devices. If you are using two, if you're using one, you are very much welcome to write as many as you are using. And then we'll be making a selection of strategies and tools to share with you in today's session so that the session may become more effective and useful for all of you. Right, so I'll wait for next 10-15 seconds so that responses are generated, collected, and analyzed by automated software. And the moment you are able to post your response, once again, I want you to raise your hand to let me know that yes, you have posted your response as per the link. Great. This is a very interactive group of people. So I've got 15 responses and I'm still receiving, and I'll keep pressing because this really is the most important part of building the session for today, because I'll be then shaping my instructions accordingly. Yes, most of you are using mobile phones. Interesting that a very small group of people or very small number of people, they use personal computer. Well, I was thinking maybe most of us or a large majority would be using personal computers, but they are not. Good. So we've got 19 responses. Please post, keep on posting. Yes. Okay, so those who are unable to access chat box, the same URL was posted in their WhatsApp group. So please visit your WhatsApp group so that you can also post your responses. 23. Yes, so you are posting on WhatsApp group. That's fine. That's fine. Thank you. It's so good. Okay, last 10 seconds, and then I'm going to share some very interesting facts. Up till now, I have received 26 responses on this form, which is interesting. Okay, so considering the time constraint that we have, I'm going to move further and I'm going to share with you some interesting facts from this activity. And I think as parent and as part of the e-learning community, that's going to help you as well to realize what actually the fact is. Our perceptions might deceive us and the facts are going to help and support us. So I'm going to share with you this screen and you might see that. Have a look at this. What is the type of digital device you are using at home? And 22 out of 28, they use mobile phones at home, which means access to resources, portals, applications is coming more through mobile phones than personal computers, even laptops and tablets as well. And some of you are also using Chromebook or MacBook. Now, this tells a very interesting story that whatever application, whatever e-learning system your school or your home is using should be compatible with the mobile phones, with the laptops, and with the tablets, with personal computers as well, so that access to digital resources is available to everyone. The biggest issue in e-learning is not the understanding of the softwares, is access to these softwares and implementation and usage of these softwares. And this states very clearly that mobile phone is a device which is available with the large majority, and then in some cases, it's a shared device. So if there are, two to three brother and sisters, so they share this device, which means they take turns. And then there was a question on using internet connection or service provider. A large majority is using PDCL internet, which is quite stable. So means if you have a mobile connection and then you are using independent device, and the priority is PDCL connection. That's really interesting. That's going to help us a lot in terms of developing the next course of action for this presentation. So I'm going to go back to this idea and how this is going to help me, because I'll be selecting software accordingly. Whatever we use as in technology, we can compare it with the conventional classroom and the new normal. Our conventional classroom gives us a kind of tangible notebook, journal, or books, and then worksheets and textbooks and other resource books. Now, the sudden change in the mechanism brought us to a stage where we started looking to the replacements of these very useful vehicles for learning. And I tell you very honestly, it wasn't a very sudden change. Schools like City School, we were already pioneers in introducing education technology, and almost 100% of our schools were implementing science, technology, engineering and math or STEM-based learning, which was equipped and supported and powered by education technology. So resources were there already, but pedagogy was more towards face-to-face learning. As we moved from conventional classroom setting to online learning, we took no time in setting up a system where collaboration, where skill practice and conceptual understanding was handled very well by using online platforms like Google Docs, slides, and notebooks, and by introducing MS Teams, which is a wonderful learning management system, and by using Century, which is one of the leading learning management system across the world, where student performance is not only monitored but analyzed and also formatively supported through many instructional things. Now, this is what is going on in the school. What we suggest you when you are sitting at home, as a parent, the very first thing which is really very positive today, I could see a number of people who are attending these sessions. This means they want to know how they can lead or model this learning at home. So you choose, if you know what is available, only then you can choose what is good for your child at home. And then you keep a check on what's going on. This e-learning comes with part and parcel of e-safety as well. So you should know what checks and balances are required. I'm going to share with you some very interesting insight on it today. And then have a continuous chat. Well, unfortunately, we feel like if I am not very much technology oriented, if I'm not tech savvy, in other words, I might not be able to interact with my child at home who is either in grade 4, 5, 6, or in O levels and A levels, or at early stages. Whereas research suggests that you should involve yourself in healthy and positive chat at home. And this doesn't mean that you teach them on how to use technology. You can simply enjoy by sitting with your child and have a conversation on what you do online, what you do in your online class today, what did you do today, what applications you use, what is most popular nowadays in your online learning. You can generate this kind of conversation, and research and evidences suggest that this would always encourage a lot of amount of learning for a child, and also a motivation to become a lifelong and self-regulated learning who's available online. Research also suggests that young learners, the younger ones, you may say till class 3, 4, if you sit with them and you interact with them and let them talk with you, ask questions like how you are doing this, and then have fun together, enjoy the videos they play, enjoy the audios they listen, enjoy the presentations they view, they are going to learn a lot. And the older kids, like in O levels, in 7, 8, 9, and in O levels, let them be your teacher. And many times, and I do this with my own children as well, my daughter, she teaches me on how to create a presentation. Though I've been presenting from the last 2 decades now, and I still ask her a question, oh, how do you do this? How did you do this? And she then starts teaching me. And this is a very interesting conversation which may take place if you start it deliberately. Let them be your teacher and show them how to use, show them like you want to know how to use this tool. And in this way, your kids, they boost their learning, they boost their confidence, and they boost their self-regulated mechanism. But this can only happen if you model, if you become a sort of mentor and you sit with them and you talk with them and you know how to ask interesting questions to them. So let's take a test drive. Let's start our practical journey today. And before this, I'll also share with you some very interesting facts which says like educational applications can boost learning tremendously. This is the same idea that I've been discussing since the start of this presentation. And then co-viewing. this is a new terminology which is now very much in practice. Co-viewing is sitting with your child next to him or her and see what they do. You might spare some time out of your regular television time and spend with your child, co-view with them on their mobile phone or on the laptops or on tablets, sit with them, and that's really going to help a lot. Research says that co-viewing always help younger children to develop recognition of letters and numbers. And then when you interact or read an e-book with them, children tends to understand a lot about story content. And when you talk about their beloved online characters, that boost their learning and empathy. So you cannot ignore the importance of sparing some quality time sitting with them and having a conversation and modeling for them. So we'll be doing some part of this today, as we are going to model a presentation. We are going to do this in steps. We'll do this hands-on, and what I could figure out through the poll today, most of you have joined us through mobile phones. So I'll try to introduce an application or work around an application which is conducive for mobile phones as well. So if you're using Android phone, you may download Google Slides, and then we'll work on it, or you can simply go to your Chrome or Internet Explorer on your mobile phone, search for Google Slides, and then join that Google Slides platform. That's going to help us later today, but I'm going to start in these steps. The first step is we are going to mock a presentation today. We'll develop a presentation today, and as I always suggest, developing a presentation would always start with a clear idea on which topic you want to develop a presentation. So you decide topic first, then you search the content, then you select presentation tool, and then you publish and share the content. We are going to do all of these together. So are you ready for this? If you're ready for this, just raise your hand and let me confirm confirm me with your readiness today. So if you're ready, we'll start, and I'm going to share Google Slide and Internet Explorer. So we are going to search on a topic today. Okay, that's so. Thank you so very much. I was just switching my mic, which is why I was disconnected for a while. So I am okay. Okay. Am I audible? Yes, great. Thank you so very much. So actually there was an echo going on in the background. So my colleagues, they just furnished me with this different hardware, and I think it's really working well. Thank you very much. Right, so I'm going to share with you, and I'll be going in the steps that I've mentioned earlier. We are going to select a topic for presentation today. So this is going to be our hands-on activity. I'll be suggesting you when I want you to write or do something. So you are going to, first of all, observe me while doing something, and I give you then reaction time to do some task and activity, and then we'll keep on moving further in the similar way. As I told you, that our first step is to select a topic. Selecting a topic for presentation is important, and you can, whenever you are sitting with the child, you want them to do a presentation, or they are required to create a presentation as a production task for their school, and you are there to help them. So your first question could be, what is the topic that you are going to study today? What is the topic you want to research? What is the topic on which you want to present today? And that's the beginning of this conversation. Say, for example, for this exercise today, my topic is life cycle of a butterfly. So I've got this conventional choice that I'll go and I'll type life cycle of a butterfly, and I can simply enter, and then I can get a number of responses over here. Now, as parent, many of us are really conscious about the content which is available online, and while kids are searching and surfing online, we might not be very much, you can say, confident on what type of content they might be able to see. In such scenario, I'm going to share with you some of the very important links which are really going to help you to filter the content which is very much helpful for the young learners. So this is a slide. We will also share these links in chat box and through our presentation as well. Our step one is to search the topic, where we want to ensure safety, and we want to ensure that if my child is searching and surfing online independently, he should not be able to retrieve the content which is not safe, which is not conducive. So I've already selected a list of search engines like googlejunior.com, safesearchkids.com, and kidsrex.org. These three are extremely safe search engine for the kids, and they are powered by Google at the same time, so you're not going to lose any important content which is latest, and then you can search through these websites and go for the content which is safe and which is authentic at the same time. I've also suggested one link which is coming from youtubekids.com. I personally have experienced that when kids, they search any educational video on YouTube, there are chances that they come across with some videos which are not relevant, and that might deviate their focus from learning, or that might not be very conducive for them. So in such situations, again, this YouTube Kids is powered by YouTube with the filtered content which is very much safe and very much useful for kids only. Many a times students are required to search a video or a documentary, have a kind of story session or an audio, and then it's always advised to use these search engines for students. So I'm going to use one of these. I'm going to use this Google Junior, and I'm going to search a content, and if you look at this website, Google Junior, you may see some very interesting artifacts and bits of the learning, like word of the day, quote of the day, and see it's a learning on daily basis. You can always suggest your child at home to daily memorize or visit word of the day. So you can see this is word of the day, and this also states what is the example, how you can use it. And believe you me, children, they are very very active, responsible, confident, and independent now. And I'm telling you with my own experience from grade 2 till grade 5, 6, and in O levels at the same time. They are extremely responsive. You cannot underestimate a child in class 2. I've seen literally a child in class 2 using Chromebook, which is not a Microsoft platform available, and developing online presentations of high quality. So give them liberty, give them independence. After all, they are going to explore all of this when they are going to become more independent in their future life. So, but give them a direction. Now this website is so good. You can see word of the day. You can go for quote of the day, and that's the way it is. So this is quote of the day. It's a random selection of the course. And then today in history, I found this a very useful feature from this website. What happened today in 1862? What happened today in 1988? And these are really interesting facts, and some of them are global, some of them are very much to our local context as well. So you see, this sort of learning is really, really helpful, safe, and effective at the same time. So my topic for today was life cycle of a butterfly, and I'm going to give you one demonstration, and then I'll leave this up to you to search something. But first, we are going to complete all these steps. We are going to search a topic. I'm going to navigate through the text and also images and video. And these are our assets or online assets जिनको हम use करेंगे. So I am here, and the butterfly life cycle. You can see the content.
Hello,
You can
sir.
yes, beta. Yes.
I am Mahakamam.
Yes, beta.
This is my favorite work. Topic. Life cycle of a butterfly.
I know it. I knew it already. So I'm sure it's favorite of my own daughter as well. So I'm really excited. I'm really happy that you mentioned it, and you actually made my day as well. So are you enjoying today's session?
Yes, with my mom.
Wonderful. Thank you very much. Please convey my regards to your family member. Okay, so I'm continuing from here. Right, that's so wonderful. Okay, now see if you move around. This is very, very safe search. All the authentic links like PBS, project-based learning is one of the good website, Joyful Butterflies, Wikipedia, and lots of interesting stuff. So when you go there, you always have a choice to select text, and I also would like to share with you one thing which is really interesting, and I think now this is the time that we should be really, really conscious about it. Now see, this is the butterfly picture. I can right click on this butterfly and I can save image. Now remember, if you want to save an image for your presentation, you think this image is really useful, just right click on it, save image as, and then this image is going to be copied and saved in your drive. So I am creating a folder of assets. This is my image, and this is another image, and these are the stages. So I can take text, select, right click, copy the text, and then copy the image as well. So this is simple. One thing I want to say, whenever you select a content from a website or from a book, my suggestion would be, when you incorporate this on any presentation or any paper, also mention the reference of the same website. That's going to develop a practice which is ethical. You know, everything available on internet is a public domain and a property now. But with the increased users on e-learning portals, this is the time when we all should learn to give credits to those who have made those websites or literature or videos by sharing the reference of those websites. And that's going to develop another value and practice in our own learning. So nobody is stopping you from copying content and using for your presentation, but whenever you use any YouTube video, any image from any portal, do not forget to mention the reference, and I'll tell you how we are going to do this when we'll start doing this presentation, developing the presentation. So this is one thing which we'll do, and here the first task is, and for this very first task, I'm going to give you good 5 minutes, and I want my colleagues in this room to share the links of these websites, and I want you to just go through this website. And as one of our student just mentioned that life cycle of butterfly is a favorite topic of her. So you can, I want you to go through it, search for life cycle of a butterfly, and then copy a text and download an image. Can you do that? Just raise your hand if you can do this now. That in that way we are going to complete step 1 towards creating a very interesting presentation. That's wonderful. Okay, now please go ahead, lower down your hands. You have 5 minutes. I give you 5 minutes to search uh, through the websites that I've mentioned, and then copy some paragraph, maybe 1 or 2, and copy an image. So your time starts now. You may ask questions in the chat box. I am available. My support team is also available. If you're finding any difficulty, we can help you. Let's say if you're using mobile phone, you do not have a mouse to right click, and then how you can download an image. When you go on a website, you want to download an image, just keep your finger tapped on that screen. You are going to see a pop-up menu which says download image or save image, and then simply you can download image. And if there are any other queries like this, you can ask from us. We are available. But this is step 1, and I want all of you, like you have been participating since the start of this program, to let us know if there is an issue, but to participate. 4 minutes are left only for this exercise.
Excuse me, do you have to make the same
You have
presentation
to?
of life cycle of butterfly?
Not now. I want you to just collect text and an image. Do not go for making presentation. I'll guide you when we'll start making presentations. Okay. So your task is to download an image and copy a paragraph of text. So you're not going to start making any presentation at this moment. So just select.
Can paste it.
Sorry, come again.
Where we can paste it.
Yes. Are you on your mobile phone?
Yes.
Okay, then do not paste it for a while. If you're using a mobile phone, do not paste the text for a minute. But keep this website open in a tab. We'll use text once we'll start making this presentation. If you're using a laptop or a computer, then you can copy paste the text in any Word file. If you're not using a laptop or a personal computer, you are on mobile phone, just keep that tab open so that when we start making presentation, we will copy text from that website and paste it in that presentation. Right? Okay.
Okay, okay. Thank you. Got it.
Thank you.
Hello.
Gigi, hello. So 2 minutes are left.
Sir, done.
Great, wonderful.
Sir, how can I share it?
Not now. I'll tell you when to share it.
Okay, okay. Thank you.
Right, thank you.
Sir, can I ask you a question? Hello.
Yes, please. Yes, please.
Actually, this first task you gave us in the beginning. Actually, I want to know that how certain people knew that the text you sent was like, how would somebody know that you are sending that
I'm
to
sorry,
that?
I lost your voice.
Actually, I want to know that when you send that text, it is related to the first task you gave us, no? The previous one. How would somebody know that you are sending text to some specific person? I mean, it is you who is sending
Mhm.
somebody, and it is
Yes,
in a
yes,
private message. So how
yes.
we can realize, or we can just guess, or come to know that it is went to whom?
Yes, yes, absolutely. We generally, such sort of activities are conducted in the start of the session or to, develop an interaction from the beginning. The purpose of that exercise was to engage people in a session, make them comfortable, so that they start speaking. So it can be any simple, basic idea which may be helpful in generating a dialogue or a discussion.
All right,
Remember,
fine.
we are online. I can't see you. You can't see me. You can't see my body language. You can see where I'm sitting. What is the situation? I can't see you, and I'm trying to make a connection. And we as teachers, when we are in schools, we also try to develop such activities which
In the
are
class.
engaging for our learners. Otherwise, you see, the biggest barrier in effective online learning is
That
engagement.
you do not get my idea. You said that there were some people who actually like they knew that it was sent to Anila. They knew this, no?
Yeah,
Somehow
they
they
did
knew
not
that.
know that.
So,
They just made a wild guess. It
uh,
wasn't clear to them. They did. Nobody knew that.
like we cannot have like we do not have any device or certain skills to know that it is sent to some specific person. So it was just a guess.
It was just a wild guess, 100%. And there isn't any such liberty or option or setting available at MS Teams which may give participants a right to be able to see the communication routing from one channel to another. Only organizers can see this.
All right. That's what I wanted to know actually.
Yes, yes. Okay, so you were able to actually
I have done,
consume.
sir.
You have done. You're a wonderful, wonderful student. I must say, you are a star. So I want you to keep your
Thank you,
data.
sir.
Oh my God, I've also, I could see some of the pictures flooding in the message box, which is really great. Thank you so very much. And now from here, we are moving further. This was our step one. Remember, we started with this idea. I'm again going to share. I'll be flipping my screen in between because I'll be using multiple platforms. So remember, our first step was to identify the topic, and we just did this part. We just completed this one, as well as I'm just going to clear the text. Right, we just completed this as well as this. So now we can finalize the topic. We know the topic is either given by the school or by the student themselves, and we know how to search the content. Our next step is to select presentation tool. Now there are number of presentation tools available online which you can use even if you are using mobile phone or a desktop computer or a personal computer or a laptop or Chromebook, but I'll be using Google Slides today. I believe Google Slide is a very comprehensive platform, and if you use Google Slide, you can use Survey, you can use Prezi, You can use many other presentation tools very conveniently, even any mobile-based presentation tools, because Google Slides is very much a kind of all-rounder kind of software. So you can use PowerPoint if you know about Google Slides. So Google Slides. So I'm going to go to Google Slides now. And this is the interface of Google Slide. My colleagues are going to share a link with you for joining Google Slide. I'm going to go from the start. If you are at Google, you are going to write Google Slide, and you can very easily search where Google Slides are there. But you need to have a valid Gmail account, right? You should have a valid Gmail account so that you can go and access to Google Slide. And it's free. I think most of us Android users, they do have a Gmail account because when you use Google Play, there you require Gmail account. So for me, an assumption is if you are Android user, I'm sure 100% you have Google account. If you are a common user of laptops, and then even Gmail is one of the most popular internet service, email service providers. So it's very common that most of the internet users, they do also have Google account. So you click on Google Slide, and my colleagues have already shared a link for joining Google Slide. I'm going to go to this platform, and I'm not going to select business workplace. I'm going to select personal. Personal is free. It's you can edit, create, and share your slides free without any cost, without any information. So I've just clicked on go to Google Slides, and now I'm here. The moment you reach there, your first choice would be this plus sign, because I'm going to create a new presentation. I'll try to be as simple and slow as I can, but please do not hesitate to ask a question wherever you miss out on something. So I'm going to click on this plus sign, and I'm going to start a blank presentation. You can see some of my presentations are already populated, but I'm going to use a blank one. So now,
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
Screen is not visible.
Okay. I'll reshare my screen. Is it there now? Can you see now?
No.
Okay, good. Right. Can you confirm me?
No, it's not visible.
Excuse me, Sir Afzal. It's visible, sir. Sir Afzal, it's visible.
Okay, thank you. So maybe if you are unable to see, you may rejoin, because sometimes data downloading goes on a halt stage, and then your screens are freeze. So you can rejoin if you are unable to see, because otherwise rest of the participants, they can see. Thank you so very much. So I'm moving from here, and now this interface is very simple. It's not at all complicated, at least. I'll just make you familiarize about this. This is your menu bar, the top ribbons, and some of the tools which we'll be using. This left-hand side, where you can see one slide, is actually your slide pane, where you can insert more slides and navigate between slides. At the moment, we have just got one slide, so it's showing only one. If I'll go to insert and I insert another slide, insert new slide, then I'm going to get another slide, and I can create a stack of slides. Look at this, it's new slide. Every time when I click on insert and new slide, I'm able to insert a new slide in this stack. So I am here, and first slide is my title slide, and then the next slide is my detail slide. I am going to continue with the same topic that we selected, and that was life cycle of.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, please.
You are making the presentation on PowerPoint?
No, it's Google Slide. It's not PowerPoint. But as I told you earlier, if you are aware of using Google Slide, you can use PowerPoint as well. Google Slide is a platform which is accessible and shareable on a runtime basis. मैं इसको आसान सी बात करता हूँ. अभी मैं Google Slide पे बना रहा हूँ ना, अभी मैं आप सबके साथ अपनी स्लाइड शेयर करूँगा और विदाउट एनी इशू आप इस स्लाइड में एडिट कर सकेंगे, टेक्स्ट ऐड कर सकेंगे, इमेजेस ऐड कर सकेंगे, कमेंट्स लिख सकेंगे एंड देन वी कैन शेयर द कंटेंट. दैट्स द पावर ऑफ गूगल स्लाइड. जब आप पावर पॉइंट पे काम करते हैं, इट्स एन ऑफलाइन टूल. पावर पॉइंट पे भी सिमिलर तरह से मैकेनिज्म है. इसी तरह से आप स्लाइड इंसर्ट करते हैं, टेक्स्ट इंसर्ट करते हैं, लेकिन आप उसको कोलैबोरेट या शेयरिंग की ऑप्शन उसी वक्त नहीं होती, वो आपके पास आपके सिस्टम पे हो रहा होता है. गूगल स्लाइड में ये ऑप्शन है. और अगेन मैं कहूँगा कि अगर आप मोबाइल फ़ोन यूज़ कर रहे हैं, अगर आप पीसी यूज़ कर रहे हैं, लैपटॉप यूज़ कर रहे हैं, तो आप सब इस पर काम कर सकते हैं. So that's why we have selected और हमने हमारे एजेंडा में अगर आप देखें तो शुरू से ये था कि we need to select the most effective application and for me as for my experience Google Slide is one of the best platform जिसके ऊपर आप काम कर सकते हैं. So quickly I've written down the text here and then I'm also writing my name because I am going to present it. I can write my class. I am in class, say for example 6. Okay, and my school and other details. And at the moment it's pretty blank, it's simple. इस पे कोई colors नहीं है, इस पे कोई रंग नहीं है. If I move towards my right, I can see themes and I can select any theme which looks fine to me and looks, it should be academic. should अगर मैं कोई school के लिए presentation बना रहा हूँ, should be academic. अगर मैं कोई अपनी memories को कर रहा हूँ तो it can be funny as well. अगर मैं कोई इंटरनेट के लिए कुछ बना रहा हूँ, मैं कोई पोस्ट डेवलप कर रहा हूँ, तो देन आई शुड बी एबल टू सेलेक्ट अ थीम विच इज़ रियली मैचिंग टूवर्ड्स द टॉपिक. से फॉर एग्जांपल एट द मोमेंट मैंने एक सिंपल थीम ले लिया एंड विच इज़ दिस. I'll simply click on this and you can see immediately मेरी स्लाइड का डिज़ाइन चेंज हो गया. And I can anytime change the theme of my slides and you can see without any hassle इसका font, इसका color, इसकी formatting सब की सब खुद ब खुद change हो रही है, which is very interesting. और मैंने एक slide ऐड किया और उसके बाद I can move around and I can see this. Now I have selected my presentation tool. मेरा टॉपिक लाइफ साइकिल ऑफ द बटरफ्लाई है और मैंने इसके ऊपर इमेज ऑलरेडी डाउनलोड कर चुका हूँ और टेक्स्ट भी मुझे पता है मुझे कहाँ से लेना है. सो आई एम गोइंग टू नाउ इंसर्ट मोर डेटा टू माई स्लाइड्स और मैंने इसको थोड़ा सा सिंपल कर दिया ताकि आपको इंटरनेट पे व्यू करने में आसानी हो. सो दिस इज़ माई नेक्स्ट स्लाइड और मैं यहाँ पे लेट्स से मैंने कोई टेक्स्ट लिखा स्टेप 1. लेट्स से दिस इज माय टेक्स्ट और मैं यहाँ पे कुछ एक इमेज और मैंने कुछ और डिस्क्रिप्शन लिखनी है. स्टेप 1 में क्या होता है लाइफ साइकिल ऑफ अ बटरफ्लाई में. रिमेंबर हमारी ये वाली स्लाइड्स थी हमारे पास. मैंने यहाँ से राइट क्लिक करके इमेज को सेव किया. अगर मैं ऑनलाइन हूँ मोबाइल के ऊपर तो टैप करके रखूँगा और मेरे पास सेव इमेज की ऑप्शन आएगी और ये मेरा टेक्स्ट है जिसको मैंने यहाँ से कॉपी किया हुआ. सो आई एम सिंपली गोइंग टू कॉपी द टेक्स्ट एंड आई एम गोइंग टू गो टू माय गूगल स्लाइड और मैं यहाँ पे जहाँ लिखा रहा है क्लिक टू ऐड टेक्स्ट में क्लिक करके टेक्स्ट को पेस्ट कर रहा हूँ एंड यू कैन सी टेक्स्ट यहाँ पे आ गया. और ये इतना सिंपल है कि मैं किसी भी अगर इफ़ यू कैन सी दिस रेक्टेंगल आई कैन always use this cursor to move around और मैं इसका size, इसका dimensions को change कर सकता हूँ. And not only this बल्कि जो text है इस text की भी मेरे पास यहाँ पे options आ रही हैं formatting and I can always टेक्स्ट का साइज बढ़ा सकता हूँ, माइनस करूँगा तो कम हो जाएगा, टेक्स्ट का कलर चेंज कर सकता हूँ. So there are many options, text का style, and I also encourage you to explore this without any fear. It's not going to go anywhere. ये बहुत आपके लिए आसान हो जाएगा. आप जितना एक्सप्लोर करेंगे आपके लिए उतना ज़्यादा ये टूल फ्रेंडली होगा. So I've added text. I have added step 1. Now it's time to add image, and I'll go to insert again. याद है insert से हमने slide insert की थी. मैं again insert पे जा रहा हूँ और मैंने यहाँ से एक image insert करना है. I want to insert any video, audio or image, and then I can do that. Shapes में जाके मैं जो भी यहाँ पे insert करना चाहूँ I can do that. अब image में जब मैं जा रहा हूँ तो मेरे पास options हैं कि मैं कंप्यूटर से image insert करूँ या इंटरनेट से. For this exercise I am using from computer. अगर आप मोबाइल से कर रहे हैं तो आप कैमरा से भी image insert कर सकते हैं. I'm going to upload from my computer. I've selected this option और जहाँ पे मैंने assets में ये image save किया था, I'll select this. यहाँ पे assets में मैंने save किया था ये image और मैं इसको select करके open करूँगा तो I can see this image now. And again ये interactive controls हैं. I can move around and I can see this. See, it's very simple now. I can edit text, I can edit image. ये वो मीडियाज हैं, ये वो आर्टिफैक्ट्स हैं, टेक्स्ट हैं, इमेज है, वीडियो है, एनी अदर फाइल फॉर्मेट्स हैं. ये आर्टिफैक्ट्स आपके नॉलेज को कन्वर्ट करने में, प्रेजेंटेशन फॉर्म में, प्रोडक्शन फॉर्म में कन्वर्ट करने में आपके लिए बहुत हेल्पफुल होते हैं. सो आई हैव डन दिस वन एंड नाउ आई ऑल्सो वांट टू मेक स्लाइड नंबर 2 जिसमें मैं कोई वीडियो दिखाना चाहता हूँ. I'm going to go to insert and I'm going to insert a new slide और मैंने यहाँ पे लिखा life cycle of video just for this exercise. मैंने यहाँ पे लिखा. Now अब मेरे पास बहुत अच्छी इंटरेस्टिंग ऑप्शंस हैं यहाँ पे. सबसे पहले मैं वीडियो सर्च करूँगा कि मैंने यहाँ पे कौन सी वीडियो इंसर्ट करनी है, इम्बेड करनी है. तो आई एम गोइंग टू गो टू अनदर वेब पेज जो हमने यहाँ पे भी देखा, YouTube फॉर किड्स से मैं यहाँ पे जा रहा हूँ और मैंने YouTube फॉर किड्स को सेलेक्ट किया और मैंने यहाँ पे लिखा लाइफ साइकिल ऑफ बटरफ्लाई. नाउ सी लाइफ साइकिल ऑफ बटरफ्लाई की वीडियोस जो हैं वो रेलेवेंट मेरे पास आ गए. आई कैन सी दिस नाउ.
Sir, is this YouTube Kids?
Yes, it is YouTube Kids.
I love this channel. It only has the kids
Absolutely.
videos.
That's so wonderful. I'm so happy to know that you are already using this website. This means you are on right track. Good, well done. Now see, I want to add this video in this presentation. What I'm going to do, very simple step, I'll right click on this video, and I'm going to copy video address. Copy video address. I'm going here, insert video. Now see, I can paste this link here to search, or otherwise I can write here life cycle of butterfly. Now these are the links, the same videos which we were able to see there. What I've done, I'm repeating this. I'll go to insert, I'll go to video, and I'm going to write here, let's say life cycle of a frog, and then I can see different videos. because we are working on life cycle of a butterfly. So we are going to select this. Here we are. And I'm going to add this video. You can add any one of these. मैंने इसको select किया and then it's here. Now see, this video is very much now part of my presentation. I can again adjust the text for a proper placement so that presentation looks also good. I'm just randomly placing things over here and there, and now it's there. Now my presentation is going really well. This is my topic, this is an image and a description, and I've also added a video. I want to see how it looks like. I'll go straight top right, and there is one button which says Start Presentation. This will help me to run this presentation like this is going to be run in the classroom. This is my presentation, and this is slide 1. When I click on this sign which says play, now you can see. Now this presentation is running by itself. If I click on this slide, or I'm going to use my keyboard and right arrow key, I can navigate around it either by this or by clicking on mouse and then going back and forth. So you can see these controllers. If I click on play, it will automatically play all the slides in the stack. If I click on this greater than sign, I'll go to the next slide. Lesser than sign, I'll go to the previous one, or I can navigate through this as well. Now see, this is my text and audio and image, and this is the presentation video. When I'll click on this, I can run a video in my own presentation. Okay, what kids really enjoy about it, some of the interesting features like pointer position. And you can see wherever my mouse pointer is going, there is a tail following this mouse pointer. You can also turn on subtitles and all sort of text which is going to be played. You can see the captions as well. So it's really interesting. Just play around and you are going to enjoy this form and this medium of online presentations. I'm going to click on exit to go back to my Google Slides, and this is going to give me a chance to go back and edit my slide. I can add another one, and I can keep on adding things which I really want. Let's say I want to edit this shape, this image. I'll click on this and I'll select any of these controllers. Let's say shape. Yes.
Say you inserted the video, right? Yes. So if we insert this video in our PowerPoint presentation, would it work the same way as it does here?
Yes. When you go to PowerPoint and you want to insert a video in PowerPoint, let me share my screen. Can you see my screen? No. Yes. Can you see my PowerPoint screen?
Not yet.
No. Let me just share it. I'm going to share my full desktop so that you can see it. Okay, now you can see my PowerPoint.
Yes.
This is a blank slide. I'm going to go to insert and insert video, right? So if you have a video downloaded on your computer, you can use it. If you have a video which is available online, then you may select this option. And see, again, we have this dialog box from where we can select a YouTube video. I can search if my internet connection is working. Life cycle of you see, Google Slide is so comprehensive that if you learn Google Slide, you can also apply the same principles to PowerPoint, which is Microsoft PowerPoint. And see, it's now here. And whenever you're going to run this, it's going to run in the similar way.
All right. If we email this, the slides to somebody, so would it work there as well, the same way it works on my
One interesting bit is, absolutely, you know, the most interesting part is we gave the address of this video, right? So in whatever machine this presentation will go, the system will automatically refer to that address of YouTube video. But if the computer does not have any internet connection, तब ये वीडियो नहीं चलेगा, ठीक है? तब इसका प्रीव्यू आएगा लेकिन वीडियो नहीं चलेगा, बिकॉज इसका जो रिसोर्स है वो लोकेट कर रहा है उस वेब एड्रेस को जो हमने यहाँ पे यूट्यूब के लिए दिया.
तो the question is कि वो इसी तरह दिखेगा ना वीडियो की फॉर्म में, वो एड्रेस की फॉर्म में तो नहीं?
नो नो नो, वीडियो की फॉर्म में दिखेगा, वीडियो की फॉर्म में दिखेगा. Right? Okay. Now we are here. हमने presentation tool भी select कर लिया और content भी search किया. Now I have a small activity for you before we move further. और हम sharing पे जाएंगे. हमारा last step होगा हम content को share और publish करने पे. I want you to create the presentation on life cycle of butterfly. Remember हम audio already, image already download कर चुके हैं, text हमारे पास है, हमने video insert करना भी सीख लिया. I want you to go to Google Slide and create a presentation on life cycle of a butterfly. I want you to add one image or a video, design a layout, and this one we'll do it together. Is that okay?
सर प्लीज गूगल स्लाइड का जो है वो लिंक शेयर कर दें, थोड़ा सा वो मिस आउट हो गया मुझसे.
Sure. We are sharing link to join Google Slide. My team is going to share the link in chat box. So this is going to be your task. ये 3 काम है, and let's see who is able to do this in time. हमारे पास time बहुत कम है. It's already 4:45. So you've just got 10 minutes for these tasks. So you have got 3 tasks: create a presentation, add image, and select a layout. You can add text, image, or a video. I hope the task is clear.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
Sir, also share Google Slide link on WhatsApp.
Right, we are sending.
Thank you.
So it's 4:45 as per my PC clock, and 4:45.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
Can you re-explain that how to add a video?
Yes, why not? It's very simple. You go to insert, you go to video, and search video from here only. You need not to go to YouTube separately. आप यहीं पे search bar में लिख दो, say for example multiplication. So I've got multiply by 2 or any video, जो भी video मैं डालना चाह रहा हूँ. Remember, always look into this thing, the length of the video, 6 minutes, 4 minutes. Your user might be interested in a short video of 3-4 minutes and not a very longer video of 30 minutes or 10 minutes. So be very innovative and creative while embedding any media element. So I'm adding this video and it's there.
Thank you.
So your time starts now. You've got 10 minutes, and I want you to complete 3 slides, one with the title, one with the image and text, and third one with the video. And then I'll tell you how to share this presentation for online collaboration, and that's going to be the key learning from today's session. So I expect a response in next 10 minutes maximum.
Excuse me, I'm using it. I'm using my phone, and it's not giving much option with Google Trends.
Right. Where do you feel you're stuck in on your mobile device?
Google Slides not giving much options in my mobile.
Okay. Can you see
So
a
I have
plus
made
sign?
many times slides.
Okay. So if you go to plus sign, add slide, add text. Let me see if it is. Right. Okay, now I have that interface in front of me. If you double tap on your title, you will be able to add text. Okay. And if you go to, let's say, top menu where there is a plus sign, are you with me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. On the top top menu, the top ribbon on that Google slide in a mobile phone, you click on plus sign, and then you can add image, text, table, link, and link mean any external link. So I'm going to image from camera, from photos, and I can add. Then I can add shapes. So almost all the facilities are available. I'll also see about video. And in the bottom right, this plus sign means you can add more slides to your stack. The only option which I cannot see right now is inserting a video. Rest of the things are available. Even you can add table on that mobile Google Slide application, line, shape, images, and collaboration tool. So almost everything. So 8 minutes are left. Those who have completed 3 slides, they can simply raise their hands so that we are able to understand that your slides are completed.
Sir, I'm done. How can I share my slide with you?
Yes. Okay, now just 3 more minutes, and then I'll tell you how to share these slides, all of you. Okay?
Okay, thank you.
That's wonderful. Thank you so very much. So I've got 3 participants who've completed their. Yes, Sohail sir.
हाँ सर मैंने भी डन कर लिया अब आप मुझे बता दें इसको शेयर करना है आपसे ना
Yes, I'll let you know. Just give me 3 more minutes.
Okay,
Almost
no
there.
problem.
Thank you so very much.
And then we will be able to share the slides.
Yes, we'll go together. We'll work together on learning on how to share this stack of your presentations for collaboration. So 2 more minutes are left, and then we'll start sharing our videos, and I'll tell you how we'll do this.
Good evening, sir. My name is Abdullah. I was sitting here with you and I completed the task.
Great, Abdullah, you are a star. Thank you so very much for participating. And right after 1 minute, we'll learn how to share. Yes. Good.
Thank you. We have learned a lot today.
Yes, we're still learning. It's not finished as yet. Okay.
Sir,
I think I'm really excited for the next bit.
I've also shared the link.
Wonderful. Come on. Great. Okay, now may I request everyone to join back because I'm going to demonstrate how to share these presentations with your teacher, with your colleagues, or for collaboration purposes. Sharing and collaboration is the most important feature in online learning. And why we say so? Not just because when we share any document, we access, we learn, or we know about each other. One of the most important learning theory, one of the most important aspect of learning psychology is based on collaborative learning. जो लेटेस्ट रिसर्चेस हैं पूरी दुनिया में वो उनके एविडेंसेस ये कहते हैं कि हम जब कोलैबोरेट करते हैं तो हम सबसे ज़्यादा सीखते हैं, जल्दी सीखते हैं। इसकी मैं एक सिंपल आपको एक एस्पेक्ट ये बताता हूँ कि when if I want to learn knowledge even in my own domain, मैं 100 साल भी सीखता रहूँ तो नॉलेज ख़त्म नहीं होगा, वो लिटरेचर ख़त्म नहीं होगा, वो रिसर्चेस ख़त्म नहीं होंगी जो अवेलेबल हैं। But then how to quickly grasp to the content which is already available and explored by the others? The only way is to collaborate. So collaboration का मतलब सिर्फ कंटेंट शेयर नहीं करना होता। collaboration का जो रियल एसेंस है वो है एक दूसरे से लर्निंग एक्सपीरियंसेस शेयर करना। So the most important learning theory which is implementable जो उम्र के किसी हिस्से में भी है, that is social constructivism। जब हम एक दूसरे से सीखते हैं, मैं अब्दुल्ला से भी सीख रहा हूँ और अब्दुल्ला मुझसे भी सीख रहा है, सुहेल साहब से भी और बाकी लोगों से भी, हम सब एक दूसरे से बात करके सीख रहे हैं। एंड दैट्स द ब्यूटी ऑफ ई लर्निंग। दिस एस्पेक्ट जो पहले क्लासरूम में 20, 30, 40, 50 बच्चों के साथ, 18 बच्चों के साथ, 15 बच्चों के साथ आपस के सोशल कंस्ट्रक्टिविज्म में था, या एक स्कूल के माहौल में, कैंपस सिचुएशन में 1500, 2000, 3000, 5000, 10,000 बच्चों के साथ था, अब वो पूरी दुनिया के साथ है। And this basic idea, when we say that the Raksha campus is becoming a flagship campus to host Microsoft innovation and education, this means the Raksha campus is collaborating with the best schools around the world, not even in Pakistan, but also around the world. So this is the power of e-learning. This is the power of using online learning portals effectively. And when you learn about sharing, you are going to become part of the same tribe. So I'm going to use this icon, if you can see, top right hand side with this yellow button which says share. And I'm going to share my presentation with all of the colleagues over online so that they can view, they can suggest, they can edit, they can add more slides, and they can share different ideas. Now I'm going to click on share, and this is the name of my presentation. Give your untitled document a name. मैंने इसका नाम यही रखा और मैंने लिखा made by Afzal ताकि मुझे उसको recognize करने में आसानी हो, और मैंने इसे सेव कर दिया। Now this document is saved now. This is an important dialog box जिसमें आपसे कुछ options पूछी गई हैं. You want to share with people and groups. अगर आपने specifically 2, 3, 4 लोगों में, if it is a private content, remember there is always two type of contents. Number 1 private, number 2 public. प्राइवेट वो कंटेंट है जो सिर्फ आपके अपने लिए है, आपके क्लोज ग्रुप के लिए है। पब्लिक वो कंटेंट है जो कहीं पे भी शेयर हो जाए दुनिया में, उससे आपकी प्राइवेसी को, आपके एथिक्स को, किसी भी चीज़ को, कल्चर को, फैमिली को, किसी को कोई नुकसान नहीं पहुंचेगा। सो दैट इज़ अ पब्लिक थिंग। फॉर एग्जाम्पल, दिस particular presentation can be made public because it is a common general knowledge aspect. लेकिन अगर ये मेरी बर्थडे की कोई प्रेजेंटेशन होती, मेरी फैमिली का फोटो एल्बम होता, तो मैं इसको पब्लिक ना करता, मैं इसको सिर्फ सेलेक्टेड लोगों में, यहाँ मैं उनका ईमेल आईडी लिखता, यहाँ पे मैं लिखता कि मैंने किसके साथ शेयर करना है, और मैं सिर्फ तब शेयर कर देता और डन कर देता। लेकिन अब इस सेटिंग में where I want to share this with my colleagues, with the general public, because this is part of my study, तो मैं इसको यहाँ पे आ जाऊँगा बॉटम फ्लोटिंग पैलेट में, जहां गेट लिंक है और यहाँ पे लिखा है चेंज टू एनीवन विद दिस लिंक। दिस मीन जिसके साथ भी मैं इस पे मैंने क्लिक किया, ये लिंक शेयर करूंगा ये वाला, वो इसको देख सकता है व्यूअर। और अगर मैं चाहता हूं कि मैं अपने किसी सुपरवाइजर के साथ, टीचर के साथ, किसी अंकल के साथ, दोस्त के साथ इसको इसलिए शेयर करूं कि वो इसको एडिट कर सके, इसमें ऐड सब्ट्रैक्ट कर सके, मुझे बता सके कि इसमें ये चीज़ ठीक नहीं है, दिस टेक्स्ट इज नॉट अप्रोप्रिएट, यू मे ऐड दिस वन और दिस लेंथ और दिस काइंड ऑफ आइडिया। तो मैं फिर इसको रोल जो है व्यूअर से चेंज करके एडिटर का कर दूंगा। And this is important. I'm going back to this idea, share on public. I'm going to go to this particular piece of this message box. मैं change पे जा रहा हूँ और मैंने कहा anyone with the link which is this, इसके साथ कोई भी बंदा है, ये लिंक किसी के पास भी होगा, तो वो उसको edit कर सकता है। So I'm giving rights to edit my presentation. So I'm going to copy this link और ये लिंक मैं अब जिस को भेजूंगा वो इसको एडिट कर सकेगा, राइट? यहाँ पे मैंने सब डन कर दिया। Now I'm going to share this link with all of you. So my colleagues are going to share this link और अब आपने इसको एक दफा इस पे कुछ भी लिखना है, एक नई स्लाइड ऐड कर दें, एडिट कर दें और फिर उसके बाद आपने ये करना है कि आपने मुझसे अपनी स्लाइड्स को शेयर करना है। You got this? I am going to share this link in the chat box and also on WhatsApp. And then I want all of you to share with me your presentation जो भी आपने बनाई है। किसी ने मेरी स्लाइड उड़ा दी। It's interesting. So things have started happening, right? That's the beauty of collaboration. Now at the moment, at least 2 people are working on my presentation. Now see, यहाँ पे 2 icons आ रहे हैं और जैसे जैसे आप लोग ऐड होते जाएंगे, you are going to see people working on my slide. And yes, come on, all of you can join on this. Please let me know if you're finding any difficulty. These are just 2. I want more people to join on this. Wonderful. Somebody has just added a video. That's so wonderful. Now see, it is amazing. This was the work which I was doing at the Rakshana campus, and you are sitting at home, you are able to view my content, you are able to edit, make corrections, and help me in my learning. That's the strongest part of e-learning if you are aware of it and if you are able to use this feature in a good way. Now see, we all are collaborating. Somebody sitting anywhere in Karachi, somebody maybe outside of Pakistan can help me, and now see all of us. Yes, please.
Sir, I don't understand how you give rights for an editing.
How you give? Yeah, I'm going to repeat instructions of giving rights to access. I'll go to share. Can you see this yellow button?
Sir.
So yes. Go to share and get link वाला जो पार्ट है इस पूरे डायलॉग बॉक्स का, गेट लिंक में चेंज का बटन आ रहा है. So I'm clicking on this link, change, and I am selecting editor, और ये देखिए ऑटोमेटिकली एक लिंक बना हुआ है. I'm going to copy this link and then I can share. और मैं जिसके पास से लिंक जाएगा वो इसको एडिट कर सकता है. Can you do this now? Wow.
ये अस्सलाम वालेकुम. मैंने वीडियो ऐड की है और लास्ट टाइटल पे डाला मैंने.
Wonderful. Now quickly, all of you are going to share your link of the presentation that you guys made by yourself. Remember हमने टॉपिक सेलेक्ट किया था और मैंने आपसे कहा था 10 मिनट आपके पास एक प्रेजेंटेशन बनाओ. आपने उसके लिए, और people have already started sharing. This is so wonderful. So if you can share now, go to your Google Slides, go to share and send us your link in the chat box of MS Teams. At the moment at least 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 लोग इस slides पे काम कर रहे हैं. This is so amazing. Wonderful. So this shouldn't take more than a minute, because then I'll be wrapping up the session for today, as it's already 5:05, and it was an extremely wonderful experience. But as we are moving further, and we could see, like, let me just collect quick feedback. Yes, one thing which is, thank you very much for reminding, Anila. Now, one thing which is important, as I was mentioning, when you copy something from a website, there are many ways that you can acknowledge the intellectual rights of those people who have worked really very well. Say for example, मैंने यहाँ से कोई text लिया था, तो एक आसान काम मैं कर सकता हूँ, कुछ भी मैं टेक्निकल ना करूँ, मैं इस वेबसाइट का एड्रेस लूँगा, इसका एड्रेस लूँगा, और मैंने जहाँ पे ये डाला था इसका टेक्स्ट, मैं यहाँ एक छोटा सा टेक्स्ट बॉक्स में ये डाल दूंगा यूं करके. ठीक है, इससे होगा ये कि जो भी मेरी स्लाइड को देख रहा होगा वो इसको इतना अप्रिशिएट करेगा that the ethical values of this presenter is so high कि उसने जिसका ये काम है और ज़ाहिर स्टडी करके यहाँ पे डाला है, उसका रेफरेंस यहाँ पे डाला है. This is the simplest form that you can acknowledge somebody's work. There are many ways, many technical ways of referencing, but I'm not going into those details. I can only tell you कि आप जहाँ से कोई टेक्स्ट लें, जैसे ये टेक्स्ट अगर आप देखें तो I can see ये टेक्स्ट जिस साइट से लिया गया है उसका आप एक छोटा सा यहाँ पे टेक्स्ट बॉक्स लगा के उस वेबसाइट का एड्रेस यहाँ पे पेस्ट कर देंगे. ठीक है, आर यू गेटिंग दिस? This is a practice which we should all encourage and tell our children, because this actually shows our ethics or values. और ये global एक पूरा फिनोमेना है, पूरी दुनिया में इस प्रैक्टिस को बहुत अप्रिशिएट किया जाता है. जितने भी बेसिक स्टूडेंट्स लेवल की रिसर्च से लेके PhD लेवल उससे भी आगे ये फिनोमेना प्रैक्टिस करवाया जाता है. And I think at some stage this will become part of our policy as well, क्योंकि ऑनलाइन से सभी लोग हेल्प ले रहे हैं, तो हमें एक दूसरे के काम को एक्नॉलेज करना चाहिए और अप्रिशिएट करना चाहिए. Okay, so we have received feedback, we have received kind of presentations from all of you. Now I am going towards the closure of today's session, but before we move further, I just wanted to do a quick recap. I was planning to do one activity before leaving, but most of you are not at this point of time not in a condition to open your camera, so I'm not going to do that. But have a look at this journey. Have a look at this test drive. We created topic today. We searched content. We selected a presentation tool, and we published and share our content by using share option, and it was phenomenal. Many of you were brilliant in doing this, and I think now we really got it. We really got this. This was a very small brief session about using online presentation tools, and I think now you can explore further, and the door is now open for you. You can explore as much as you want. Before I close the session formally, there is a requirement of undergoing a survey form. My colleagues are sending a link on MS Team chat box, and I want you to go to that link and click on that link and fill the survey. This is basically a sort of reaction of your experience about today's session. आपने क्या feel किया, आपका सेशन, आपको कैसा लगा आज का सेशन, लर्निंग कैसी थी, रिसोर्सेज कैसे थे, आपको फीडबैक कैसे मिला, आपकी इंटरेक्शन कैसी रही. तो एक बेसिक सर्वे फॉर्म है. This will help us to further. Yes.
Sir, I just wanted to know, like, I joined a little late, so will we get any recording of you today's session?
Yes, the recording is going to be shared with all the participants on the WhatsApp group, YouTube as well, and MS Team users are also going to get this, right? So I would be requesting all of you to visit that form link. I wanted to extend. Yes, please. Those who have already filled the form, they may raise their hands, and filling the form is going to be your exit ticket. A formal goodbye from my side, from the entire team of the Raksha campus, Nadia Jafri, Miss Anila, and my colleagues Zishan and Fahad. They really helped me a lot in setting up everything, and most of and above all the participants who were there, and my colleagues, younger students, they were amazing today, and of course highly respectable parents. Thank you so very much for joining today's session. Yes, Shahid.
Sir, I have a question. On mobile phone, can we take screenshot of content or picture and place it in our presentation?
Yes. If you use 3 fingers on your mobile phone and slide your fingers from top to bottom, you will capture your screenshot. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Right. So 3 fingers from top to bottom, slide them, and then you are going to get a screenshot. All right. So it's formally goodbye from my side. It was amazing. I don't know how much you have enjoyed, but I thoroughly enjoyed my experience of working with all of you, and look forward to having more of such sessions. Wish you all the best in your presentation skills and journey towards being a wonderful presenter. See you soon with some other technology and tool. Thank you so very much. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, sir.
Bye-bye, Manur.
Bye, sir.
Bye, Beta. Thank you. Thank you for joining this session. All the best.
Sir, I can't find the link.